Hey guys, welcome back to the Snap Ring Chronicles. Today we have another Ratchet Teardown video. But before we start, if you could please give me a like, share, and subscribe if you find these type of videos helpful or informative, or you just enjoy them. Just give me a subscribe. Okay, thanks. So today we have this Titan. I picked this up at AutoZone, auto parts store. I think this was maybe like $10.99 or $11.99, something like that. It's the Titan Stubby dual head ratchet. Okay, it has a 1/4" drive and it has a 3/8" drive. There's a 1/4" on top and the 3/8" on the bottom. Okay, I guess that's the stock number, or maybe the model number 12103. And it says lifetime warranty on it. And over here it says made in Taiwan. Alright, here's the ratchet. It's real small, maybe like 4 inches. Let me get a ruler. So, yeah, it's 4 inches. It has the name Titan like lasered on there. Has some knurling on the bottom here and towards the top of the handle. Switch. I believe is 72 teeth on this. That's the thickness in the head. It's pretty thick. Okay, let's open it up. See what's inside. To open this up, these are Torx screws. You're gonna need a number 10 Torx. So make sure you have one handy. And you just unscrew the screws. These are the screws. As you can see, they put a little blue Loctite on them. The other screw. Okay, the thing with this ratchet is usually there's another screw here where you can unscrew it, but on this ratchet they pinned a screw, or not a screw, or a fastener into the switch hole. So to get this out, let me see, where's my... Yep, the trusty Harbor Freight small hammer. So what I do, I take the plastic side and I give it some wax. And it's not pinned super tight, so if you whack the 1/4" side out, you're gonna most likely dislodge this this fastener. This is what it looks like. let me zoom in on this. She was peened and it's kind of soft. See how the metal kind of turned over on the top there? See on the top of the screw how the metal kind of turned over, so it's not a super strong fastener. Okay. Let me zoom out again. Here's a plate. Not too thick, but about comparable to what's being used nowadays, like with Harbor Freight and manufacturers like that, like Pittsburgh Pro and stuff like that. Okay, here's the gear. You just pull up on the gear. This is what it looks like. There's no lubrication in here, or maybe like very, very little. I see this gear is like dry. This gear is bone dry, and it has this little washer here. They put a washer on the 3/8 side, but they didn't have one on the 1/4 inch side. And this ball detent. It's about medium, not too tight, not too loose. Okay, here are your pawls. Like you see on a lot of other Asian mechanisms of this type, it has the 2 pawls, a la the classic proto design. One has an R, one has an L, I guess right and left, so you won't be confused how to get them out or in. And they have the cone-shaped springs behind the pawls. That's what they look like. Here are your pawls. Kind of short but wide pawls. See how wide they are? And they have 3 teeth each. They're rounded at the bottom, and they have a small protrusion in the back. That's to put in that hole in there in the back to kind of keep it from shifting too much. That's the right paw. That's the protrusion. 3 teeth. Here's the inside of the head. You can see there's no lubrication in there. here's the switch. That's the hole for that little pin fastener. Goes in there. I guess they were in a hurry. They didn't even want to bother screwing something in, so they just figured they'd knock something in. Okay, to put this back together, take your switch, stick it in the hole, take your right pawl, put it in there, make sure that the little protrusion in the back goes in the hole. Take your left paw, do the same thing. Okay. You turn your switch like that, so there's room here so you can put the spring behind the paw. Like that. Get it centered. Okay then. Now you turn your switch to where it mashes that side down and it gives you room on this side to get that other spring underneath. Remember, you want the wide part of the spring against the ratchet housing and the small part of the spring against the paw. Try to center it a little bit down. Okay. Now you take your gear and you drop it in. Make sure you hold the switch on the bottom or it might just fall through. And then that might cause a problem with the pawls and the springs. You take your little ring that goes around the 3/8 handle. You drop that in. You take your plate, drop that in. You twist it around. You take your screws. And screw them in, not too tight. Remember, it's a small plate, not too thick. You don't want to strip out the hole or the screws, so not too tight. Just finger tight, maybe a little bit more. Okay, now here you take that little fastener there and you put it in the hole for the switch. And it's probably going to go in easier than it was to take out because of see if it's secure. Yeah, it's probably going to be easier to put in than to take out because it was when you take it out and you put it in, it creates less room. It makes the fastener a little bit thinner and maybe the hole a little bit bigger, so be careful with that. Maybe you can put something to in the hole with that. Maybe a little strand of wire or something, a little copper wire, little like very thin strand, just to make sure it's in there. Give it a few taps to make sure it's not gonna fall out. It's not falling out. That's one of the defects in this design, I think, with that peened little post there. I think they would have done better with a screw. So you test it out, see if it's working. Okay, that's the teardown of the Titan Stubby dual head ratchet. Alright, so long, till next time.